Thanks for tuning in today. I sound like this is going to be a PSA. It's not. Hi, I'm Jalen, and in this video, I will be styling a few oversized looks. I tried to have a few different styles of oversized in there, going from like more street to like more casual to like a little bit fancy, a little bit dressed up, but still kind of dressed down a little bit. And if you like that, please give the video a like. I'll like you more if you do. And if you like me, if you like any of my content, I do have more content coming. Please subscribe as well. I'm asking nicely, so now you have to do it. But all that aside, let's get into the video. In this first look, I am going for that hard-ass ex-military style that I alluded to in my last video. Up top, I've got on a green Ralph Lauren shirt that I thrifted, and it's tucked in, one, to look neater, sort of, and two, because in the military, they seem to tuck in all their shirts, and it also accentuates the bagginess of the pants. Speaking of the pants, I'm wearing a pair of cargo pants, and you may recognize them from my last video. And speaking of tucks, they are tucked into my boots. They do that in the military as well. I just really like the look of it too. And pro tip, if you're having trouble keeping your pants tucked into your boots, use a hair tie on the leg. It really is a lifesaver. And lastly, on foot, I've got on a pair of Dr. Martens Awley boots. They're a really good alternative to the 1460 if the 1460s are too pricey for you. On to the next one. So to gradually shift between styles, I went for a pair of cargo pants in this look as well. Up top, I've got on a black Uniqlo Airism oversized t-shirt. That is a lot of qualifiers. And I was pleasantly surprised how slimming it is, even not tucked in. But as you can clearly see, it is tucked in. And on the bottoms, I've got on a pair of thrifted Dockers pants. I got them in a shorter size than what I usually get, just so they can look more cropped. And I do like the wide cut of the pant itself. It's got a lot of pockets as well. That's really useful. And on my feet, I have on a pair of Air Force Ones with the black swoosh. It just adds a little bit of detail, and it's kind of like a nice bookend as well. Up top, we've got the black. On the bottom, we've got a little bit of black. And that's look number 2. So continuing with my theme of gradual yet familiar changes, I'm wearing the shirt I had on in my last video, and this look is a maroon or burgundy. It's hard to tell with how aged the shirt is. Carhartt shirt with the cigarette pocket. And I really like how comfortable it is. I know it's 2XL, so if it's really baggy, I've got plenty of room in it. But even then, like, it just sits perfectly on my body. And as you can see, this shirt is tucked in as well. I like how it looks. And again, there's too much fabric. I'm not that tall. I would just look really, really weird if it wasn't tucked in. The pants I'm wearing is a pair of Uniqlo straight leg pants. And as you can see in some of the footage, it is cuffed. And that's just to show that you can do some things with your pant legs, just to like show that you're putting some more thought and intention into your looks. But as you can see in another part of the look, I have uncuffed it just so you could see how it sits on top of the shoes. But speaking of the shoes, I'm wearing a pair of Air Jordan 1 Smoke Grays, and I really cannot, I'm biased, but I really cannot say enough good things about this pair of shoes. It's my first pair of Jordans, which is why I'm so biased, and it just has a really special place in my heart. But on to the next look. So for this next look, it's a all Ralph Lauren fit, coincidentally enough. And I'm going to kind of blaze through the items in the outfit real quick. And so first up, we have a polo. Secondly, we have a pair of corduroy pants and straight legs. And lastly, and leastly, we have a pair of loafers from Silver Street, London. So I ended up swapping out the loafers for a pair of Air Force Ones. It just made me a little bit more comfortable since I don't like dressing up like that. And I'm pretty new to styling loafers to begin with. So I just swapped out the shoes. But some details about the outfit. The polo shirt has cuffs on the sleeves, so it gives your biceps a little bit of positive attention if you're like a little insecure about that at all. And the straight leg of the pant flows really nicely with the shoe, especially since it's a bigger shoe than the Air Force One, so it makes the shoe fit in a little bit better. And lastly, what I haven't mentioned yet is a watch. It is the Suyu colorway from the 5th, and I really like it. I cannot recommend the 5th enough. It's really great if you like inexpensive watches, and it's pretty accessible. This is not a paid promotion, by the way. So on to the next look. It's a banger too. So for this look, I decided to be a little bit fancy as well, and up top I've got on a very oversized button-down shirt. I bought it in a size larger than what I usually wear, and it fits very, very big, so I went ahead and tucked that into my pleated shorts that I'm wearing. And on my feet, I've got on a pair of Chuck Taylor 70s in white and egret. Now, Chuck Taylors are by no means a fancy or dress shoe, but I do think that the colors give it a sense of elevation that I would not have otherwise. And the last detail of the outfit is the Hannah Martin watch that I've got on. It's just a silver mesh banded watch. That's it. And so that was me styling a few oversized pieces. If you like that, make sure to like the video. If you want to see any more content from me in the future, make sure to subscribe. And if you have anything to say about any of the looks, if you want more suggestions or anything like that, make sure to comment those down below. And I just want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And lastly, have a good day. Give your mom a hug from me.